What is up, guys? It is the Gamer Gears podcast back at it again for the official episode 1 because, as all the cool podcasts do, we start on episode 0. We got all the kinks figured out, and now we have a soundboard. Very epic.
Gamers.
Very, very epic.
Yes, it is. It is me, Manic the Manic Mechanic. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
It's John, a Tactician. Love doing hardcore gaming, strategy, survival games, stuff like that.
JaxBizarre with an improved mic sensitivity. Better than ever. New and tasty.
I'm Ellieson, the dad gamer who plays all the old stuff like it's brand new.
As you should.
Yeah. Where are you? Are you Gen X?
Yes. Right smack in the middle of it.
Firmly within the Gen X generation.
Yeah,
The
for
Ellie
sure.
generation.
That's you when you have back pain.
That's me when I get up from my chair.
Does anyone else just stand up too fast and then you have a headache?
Oh my god. That's a deep cut.
I guess after doing those workouts, we work out too hard. All the blood is rushing too much.
Actually, I haven't had that happen to me since I started working out.
That's good.
Yeah.
Little known
Okay.
fact, John is absolutely ripped. He's buff as buff.
Yeah, definitely. I'm totally Chad.
He gets a new keyboard every day because he breaks them with his massive, powerful finger powers.
Yeah, I gotta lead too many
Yeah.
scrubs to victory in online gaming, Oh,
Mhm.
jeez.
Now that we're back, what's our first topic, Manic?
Okay. We got Sora in Smash. Have you guys had the opportunity to mess around with him?
I haven't had a chance to invest in him yet, but I've seen a lot of good things about him. He's rated pretty highly so far. It's probably just because everyone's playing him and he's fresh off the block. So I'm waiting for the next couple of weeks to go before all the pros decide a more accurate placement for him.
That's cool. All my friends have them, and they seem to be having a good time playing as them. I've watched a couple streams. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and it looks like they just dropped him. They took him from 3 and just dropped him into Smash. He just looks really cool. I like everything they've done.
His double jump's cool. It's it's like kind of low, but then it's really floaty.
Does it have any special animations on his jump?
The fuck you mean special animation? He jumps.
He jumps like Sora.
You said it sounds cool, so I didn't know if there was like anything special. I'm not a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, okay? So I don't really know.
Me neither.
Oh no! Don't do this to me. I've played all of them a million times. He's got a special mid-air jump. Honestly, if you watch like 5 minutes of Kingdom Hearts 1, he looks and moves. With his feet get all high when it's cool. Because he's Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora. He looks like Kingdom Hearts 1. I think Sora's like 12 or 13 in the first game. He looks like that, but he has outfits throughout the series, which is really cool.
Yeah, a lot of his alts are based on his Kingdom Hearts 2 Valor form and Bravery form, which come from his like big ultimate power up move.
Yeah, there's the Timeless River because there's no Disney references at all, right? Because Disney only gave him enough permission just to use Sora. So like there's like some artwork that's in Kingdom Hearts that has like Sora and Goofy on it. They show it, but they put another character that's not Disney related on it because I guess Disney didn't want them to have Mickey Mouse or anyone on it for whatever reason, which I think whatever, that's fine, but whatever.
So the closest thing is like the Mickey emblem on his Keyblade, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only Disney property that you'll see in the game.
Yeah.
I remember watching like, a Smash prediction video way back in probably like 2015 where it wasn't a prediction. It was like who I want to be in Smash Brothers. And like one of them was Sora. And I remember him saying they're probably gonna remove all Disney elements to the point where the Mickey keychain is probably gonna be edited.
The
geez.
triangle.
Triangle. Like they edited it into a Smash Ball. That'd have been a
Three
that
Smash
could have worked.
Balls.
That would have been
Honestly,
pretty cool, all things considered.
Yeah, 3 Smash
Yeah.
Balls in the shape of Mickey Mouse.
That'd be cool. I'd be down for that. I would have played it, but I'm too busy playing Nick Brawl, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's definitely a great game. Online's still better than Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, I was watching some people stream it, and I'm like, man, like they're fighting for their life. They're fighting that netcode.
Really.
Well, now that's cool, you know, and hopefully maybe some of us will play it later. Something did come out too, as you know, the Kingdom Hearts games are coming over to Switch. They're going to be cloud only, and apparently the reason why they're going to be cloud only is at the moment storage issues, because they're going to release them all in like one big purchase. So it won't fit on one of the Switch cards. So it's just going to be cloud only for the moment. Because they didn't really promote the Switch version of the Kingdom Hearts games. I think it's because it's going to be cloud only. I just think it's hilarious. You know, why don't they just separate these games? Minor mechanical issue, but it's been solved by the power of the Gamer Gear podcast.
Too many
Yeah, I mean-
issues.
I mean, luckily that wasn't like a copyrighted song.
Now we're good. We're powerful enough to survive.
Yes.
Hey, one other little random bit of information. You're talking about Smash and Sora jumping into it. One thing I don't think a lot of people are aware of is that the Smash update actually brought some other adjustments to some of the characters too.
Oh,
So characters like Link, I believe, received just a handful of updates, but characters like Zelda, Rosalina, and even Little Mac and Isabelle got some not necessarily significant updates, but enough updates that it's practically worth talking about. That said, it's mostly, this kills like 4% earlier, depending on whatever stage you're on or something. But it's just little bits to think is that if you got a character that you're particularly fond of, do a quick check on Reddit, I'd say, if you want to look up and see, because some of the notes are still being processed and parsed through, so people can figure out what the exact percentages are. I'm seeing updates even as early as an hour ago. They're still pushing out some new findings. So little bit sad there, just, hey, oh no, you didn't get the fighter pack, no Sora. Well, hey, you're still going to see a little bit of a quality of life improvement for one of your mains like Zelda or Rosalina or something.
Remember when we were all super excited to see freaking patch notes in a Nintendo game for Smash Ultimate? It was and like they were only somewhat vague. They were like they didn't say like specifics, which is fine. It's just like forward aerial on Incineroar got buffed. That was it.
that's cool.
Yeah. Like, does it even matter at all? You gotta love Nintendo patch notes. Very vague. Very vague. You don't know if it actually matters, right? Because is it buffed by 1%, or does it have a random crit? Who knows? Nintendo won't tell you. Better figure it out.
I
That's
mean,
weird.
I mean, like for most people, I'm pretty sure they're just gonna find out like, oh, did this character get buffed or nerfed, and like if so, what move?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, but it definitely just makes it more of a hassle whenever you're just trying to figure out these updates, and especially for competitive, right? They got to do a lot of
Yeah.
analysis.
I mean-
what actually changed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I could not care less about Smash competitive, and this is literally nothing about like all the like, like pedophilia or whatever that happened that got exposed last year.
Damn, that's deep. I didn't expect it to get that. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Deep.
Deep. Like.
Damn.
The soundboard sound.
That damn.
Uh,
I was. Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh.
Now go to jail.
That's okay. We can do that
Jail.
post. That could be
Horny
posted there. So
yeah, I don't know. I just really I don't know, like watching people play video games, like not my cup of tea.
I love speedruns.
Right, yeah.
I love Pete.
Well, if anyone if anyone and whoever's watching, if you are interested, we'll have probably a link to like the patch notes for it in the description or something. So you'll be able to find it
Yes.
there. Yeah.
Anyone got any other things they want to talk about Smash or Kingdom Hearts?
No, nothing here for me.
Okay. My boy Crash Bandicoot and especially Spyro, they got screwed over. They should be in Smash.
Waluigi.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
They have to get in line behind Isaac, and they have to get in line behind Gino.
Where's
characters that
Goku?
were already there to begin
Yeah.
with.
Oh, they go behind Isaac and Gino, like the most popular like platforming characters not in the game.
Well, yeah, because Gino and Isaac were at least released on Nintendo consoles.
Crash Bandicoot has been released on Nintendo consoles since the GameCube, and Spyro too. But the Reignite, there's the Reignited and Insane Trilogy, and
Yeah.
Crash 4,
Oh, that's
and
right.
Crash Bandicoot Nitro Fields, Crash Team Racing. That's what I was thinking about. Those were on Nintendo too.
Yeah, they've been GameCube. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like they have to be on Nintendo console. That's kind of out the window. Like we got Banjo.
Yeah. But Microsoft
Yeah.
is friendly with Nintendo nowadays, so
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason not to be friendly with Nintendo. They offer no competition now.
Yeah, it's who's like because Crash and Spyro are owned by Activision.
Unfortunately.
yeah, they kind of got like shoved into the closet for like 10 years, and then they trotted out Spyro as a marketable figure for Skylanders, and then the next game he's not even a main character.
Well, as it seems now, unfortunately, all of the developers of Spyro and developers for Crash have been sent into the Call of Duty landmines, so we're probably not gonna get a game anytime soon.
Not Warzone.
No, Warzone's ever gonna get a new map whenever.
Actually, Activision does have a quota that they do need one kids game per year.
oh really?
That-
Okay.
Yeah, and like that used to be Skylanders for the longest time, but then after the last game was in 2016, and then in 2017 Crash Bandicoot, 2018 Spyro, 2019 Crash Team Racing, 2020 Crash 4.
Crash 4 is fantastic. If no one's played it, that is a great game.
Okay, well, we're going on a tangent here. It's a great game if you're not looking to 100% it.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, yeah. The game.
No,
is
I was
crazy.
literally like because I just want to try to get all the boxes, but then the boxes would be in ridiculous locations, and some of them are just out of sight,
Yeah.
and others are just like they look out of bounds.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the perspective sucks.
Yeah, so you know, save yourself the pain that I went through, and don't go for the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worried.
Don't embrace your inner completionist.
Yeah.
Just
There's
don't.
some reasons why. Yeah. The game fools you with some stuff. I don't want to spoil it. But the game does some stuff that might make you bad like halfway through it.
Yeah, there's fem entropy. I'm sure there's
Oh no.
from an alternate, what is it, timeline?
Yeah. Manic, are you excited about the Minecraft mob that won?
The Allay. I'm pretty sure you can already tell that. No, I'm not.
I just wanted the Iron Golem turned out not to be cool at all because it only works with iron buttons.
You mean the copper golem?
The copper.
Yeah,
Why do I keep
copper.
on saying iron? Honestly, this is like the fifth
Hmm.
time I've said that.
Mm,
Believe it or not.
Goodness.
I mean, honestly, iron buttons are kind of useless in current day Minecraft.
Dang man.
So like, okay, they only activate stuff for 1 second. and opposed to the wooden button, which activates things for 1.5 seconds. And also, like, it's not as fast as like just flicking a lever on and off if you want to get like a redstone like current going. So like it's not useful for doors because like, oh, you have to like put your mouse over the button and then get through the iron doors. Like, no. So like I'm actually fine if it's like only iron buttons. Maybe they could add like levers or something. But
Did they just like not update the iron button? Like maybe it was like 1 second for everything, and then they just forgot about the iron button.
I think they just have different uses. They're meant to be different.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I have no idea.
like that's how all the like there's like iron pressure plates and wooden pressure plates too. I believe there's something else, but it's always that the iron is like more niche, you could say.
It's more
Wow.
rare. No, it's not that rare, but it's rarer than wood, right? You can't grow iron.
Yeah.
Or you could with some fortune.
Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing now.
I forgot Minecraft existed.
I
Right?
honestly, I
Right.
forgot like the stuff was happening with the mob stuff. Like I must have missed it because all I saw was like on Twitter and everything, like big sad Minecraft 2021 failure. I'm like, what?
Failure.
What happened? Like I didn't get what I wanted. I'm mad.
Yeah,
The
it's just
fan art was
kind
crazy.
of it's just kind of irrelevant to me because I like Terraria a lot better and Don't Starve together as well. Those are my
Yeah.
preferred survival games.
Speaking of
For the time.
speaking of Don't Starve in Terraria, something interesting happened the other day.
Yeah, they're going to be having a crossover of some sorts. Going to be
Was
interesting.
What does it entail? We don't fully know, but that's kind of exciting. I didn't expect two great games that have nothing in common besides being survival games to have a crossover. That's kind of cool. It's kind of a bigger deal than playing Smash right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you like those kind of hardcore survival games, it's a pretty cool thing to have.
The real
It's
ultimate crossover.
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
From what I understand, it's gonna be they're gonna be having some kind of Don't Starve cameo inside of Terraria. I need to do more thorough research on myself on it, but it'll be pretty cool to see like Don't Starve bosses in there. I think like for the winter biome, the snow biome, it's gonna have like a winter boss from Don't Starve, and they're like called Deer Clops. And
Deer
I
Clops.
wonder, yeah, I wonder how its attack patterns are gonna go. Because right, and Don't Starve, all he does is like he swings his claws and then he just summons icicles at you. So I wonder how it's gonna look like in Terraria because everything's in 2D, not like top down isometrical. I think it'll be pretty cool. Probably a lot faster pace too, since Terraria is faster than Don't Starve.
In good news though, like for Manic to give him some positive news, part 2 of the Caves and Cliffs are coming out this year. So even though part 1, which was completely unnecessary, right? Yeah, all this stuff is added to Minecraft you can't do or mess with. We're officially going to get part 2, so maybe this is going to be a good update. I don't know. People were excited about it, and then the update came out, and no one liked it. Or mostly from what I saw.
No, I honestly stopped playing Minecraft because of it.
Yeah,
Um,
me too. Me too. Yeah.
they already announced what's coming out next year. They're going to have the Warden, they're going to have mangroves, and they're going to add frogs to the game. But they just said next year, so who knows? It might be like the end of next year. So their Minecraft is doing roadmaps now, even though they're a game that makes $1 billion.
I don't know. It's cool how they do like one update a year.
It's
One
interesting.
update a year. I feel like it should be more. I mean, they make so much money, right? Like selling stuff.
It's just like the Caves and Cliffs is supposed to be one big update and split it in two, right? So that year of playing it has kind of been ruined because you didn't get because they talked about both of them at the same time, right? Of
Yeah.
part 1 and
Yeah.
part 2. So it kind of like I don't know. I don't like that idea, right? Now it's like part 1, just release it full. They could have waited, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not going to lose people, like people who they're going to be invested in Minecraft forever, right? It's always going to change and it's going to evolve over time. But who knows? I don't know what they're going to do. It's just interesting. $1 million. They make $1 million a day, maybe.
Probably. Who knows?
And it's coming to Game Pass now.
Yeah, Java and Bedrock Edition.
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe I might actually play
Yeah.
the Java version. But can you mod it on the
Yeah.
Game Pass version?
Oh wait, that's a good question.
Some games like the Halo Master Chief Collection, it mentions like you're able to mod that game, right? But I've not seen anyone talk about mods for it, so I don't know if it's like we have it enabled, but it's like a pain to get it working.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Game Pass version because there's more issues it runs into because if they do allow modding, right? You'd be like, oh, you could just like mod it to let you play it off the subscription. So I don't know if they're gonna be allowing a modding when you're using Game Pass and not actually owning the game.
Yeah, might be
I
physical
know,
ownership.
yeah, or like actually like owning the license, right? I know you could mod the Steam version just fine because I've seen I've been seeing videos about that. You can mod MCC on Steam just fine, no issues. But for Minecraft, mods is a pretty huge thing for Minecraft, right? Is what gives a lot of longevity to the game.
That's pretty much what like gave it life because like the 3 years like when I was in like the Minecraft is the best game ever phase, everything I watched was 100% like modding.
Yeah, like the mod my personal favorite is like mod showcases.
I love Captain Sparkle.
I didn't even watch Captain Sparkles outside the parodies.
Oh man,
I was actually okay. I played a little bit. Yeah, it was mostly either Diamond Minecart or Scud's Minecraft.
Oh man, butter.
But yeah, dude, what if we did modded cops and robbers?
Oh my god.
Unironically.
Let's do it. How do it ironic? Let's go.
You'd have to see if it works
Unironically.
in Game Pass. Yeah, you'd have to
What
see if it works
mods?
in Game Pass. Yeah.
I mean, I have Minecraft Java, just normal.
I have both.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, if we're doing it modded, then we're doing Java.
The Gamer Gear podcast 24/7 Minecraft death stream.
Minecraft death stream.
Oh my gosh, if you die in Minecraft, you die in real life.
Oh man, I'm gonna come home and take all your food.
Take all my potatoes.
No. Cream cheese and chives.
Ellie, do you have any opinions about the updates for Minecraft, like competitions and whatnot?
I mean, the last competitions I took part in were Minecraft Bed Wars, so I feel like, granted that was the hip thing to do how many years ago?
I was playing Bed Wars a few months ago. I remember. Yeah, people still play that.
Manic exposed.
Oh
Minecraft
no!
competition.
Manic the Minecraft mechanic.
There you go.
Yeah, dude, I'll unironically crank 90s on you all in Bed Wars.
Yeah, I bet you will. I
Wanna bet?
haven't
Yeah.
done a lot of Minecraft at all.
Yeah, John's not John can't play Minecraft on harder modes. He doesn't have the reflexes.
What are you talking about? I always play it on hard mode.
Prove it.
Ask me. Ask me and Ellie. We had the server in hard mode the whole time.
I wasn't around during that time, so I can't verify.
Oh yeah.
I
there you
will
go.
I will vouch. Absolutely, John doesn't play on any mode because he mods the servers to the extreme, and you can't distinguish what difficulty it is by the end of it.
Oh
What are you
my
talking about? I
God.
didn't mod any difficulty.
I just cut my arm off so it was fair for you guys to play.
Oh my goodness.
Do you still
Alright.
play Minecraft, Ellie? Do you touch it or anything? Do you care about any of the upcoming updates at all? Or
I'll play with a group, but I really haven't played too much Minecraft in, gosh, what's it been, John? 3 months? 4 months?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. A long time.
Yeah.
Last time you played this with me, probably.
It was absolutely with you.
Yeah.
Okay, Elden Ring. That got delayed.
That's not a surprise.
It's like George R.R. Martin all over again.
that's crazy. Apparently, he's finished that stuff years ago. Like whatever he had to do was like years ago. So it's just I don't know. Have they shown a good segment of gameplay, or it's all been cut up?
I remember that a developer was fired for sharing a 20-second clip.
Oh, like the
Uh,
camera going around the character.
Whoa.
Yeah, it didn't
my
really
God.
show anything.
No, it didn't.
Damn.
This game
Jeez,
has
wow.
horses. It has horse combat, so that's cool, I guess.
Oh, cool.
It got delayed, which is unfortunate, right? Because look, there are people that their YouTube channels or Twitches are dedicated to just playing Dark Soul games. This has devastated the community. I don't know if we're ever fully going to recover from it, but they're doing a network test. But unfortunately, it's going to be consoles only. So like Xbox and Play. I think it's like next gen consoles, so Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. I'm probably just gonna wait until the game comes out and see if it works greatly. Then I'll buy it.
Yeah, the wait and see mentality is pretty good. If you can wait 6 months, it's generally a good sign of whether or not the game's gonna live or not. Right after 6 months.
I'm very wary of FromSoft. I have to wait because I get myself destroyed in the Souls games. Right, I've beat everyone except for 2, but man, I'm like, man, I gotta do some research, right? I gotta figure out how to play this game, right? And thankfully now I'm hoping, 60 frames per second is gonna have, because they don't always guarantee solid frame rates. Um, there was I think it was like a patch for Dark Souls 2 on the PC, like it was like just a simple modification and then the game run like 20 frames higher than normal.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
a simple thing. So I'm just a little worried. I think the story and stuff's probably going to be good, and the stuff they're adding is going to be good. I'm just scared that it's being delayed. Delayed's cool, right? Being delayed always guarantees a game's going to be better. But Cyberpunk 2077 was delayed, and that game's garbage.
How many times was that delayed? Like,
that game was announced like long time ago. That game was like announced before The Witcher 3. And it's always I want to say maybe officially like 3 official delays. Or no, 4, because like it was like, okay, the game's coming out 100%. Here's an information blowout, just like they did Final Fantasy 15. Here's an informational
Yeah.
blowout. It's coming out in a couple months, and it's like 2 months before. Unfortunately, unforeseen incidences. We need more time. We're going to delay it by a month. We're going to delay it by 2 months.
I remember that one tweet where like somebody said they're gonna take off work to play Cyberpunk,
Oh my
and
god,
then
yeah.
they responded, and it's like, good, you'll be able to take off work, don't worry. And then less than 24 hours later, well, shit, we announced the delay.
It's a whole, like the people that were making the game, they knew the game wasn't gonna be ready, but there's nothing they can do about it, right? There's like it had to be released. Like there's nothing they can do about it, which is unfortunate because once the game is fully released, you can't do stuff in the engine and stuff like that, right? So when you update and replace stuff in the game, it's a lot harder. So this game's never going to be what it is meant to be because it's got released, right? It's and then all the DLC they announced, the free DLC, none of it's interesting at all. I honestly like I beat Cyberpunk, right? I beat it. The story's fine. Like story's good, right? But that sucker crashed on me like 8 times, right? I'm like, dude, and it crashed like during like some pivotal missions. I had like bad checkpointing. I'm like, this game just, I don't know. It's just, it sucks. It sucked, But I have more faith, for Elden Ring, because they've been quiet, like in general, just the whole time.
Yeah.
They've kept their mouth shut, right? Which is probably the best thing to do. It's not say stuff, right? So people can't start making stuff up because people love doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in Cyberpunk, it was a few days before it came out. I was gonna pre-order it on Steam, but I was like, no, I want to give these developers my money. I'm gonna because I'm gonna go pre-order it on GOG. Like I needed to like put more like credit in my bank because I had my Steam wallet has like a bunch of money at that point, but my GOG wallet didn't.
Right,
So And then I heard that like the review embargoes are pretty weird. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold off. So my desire to buy things on GOG was very, very much a saving grace for me.
The because I played Cyberpunk 2077 on my PS5, right?
Oh,
So I had a better experience than those on the Xbox One and the PS4, and it still crashed a lot.
Better
But
being a relative term.
but by the grace of the power, everyone that bought Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation got all their money back. So
nice.
I beat the game, I beat it, and then I got my $60 back.
Lol.
You
Winning.
My plan was to rebuy it, and then do a different playthrough because different endings and stuff. But the game, my friend who owns it says it still crashes just as much. I'm like, okay, well, I feel bad. I feel bad that I got this like 20-40 hour experience for free, but it did crash and scare me that it's going to destroy my PlayStation. So I think we can shake hands and say I did the right thing.
Yeah, I have you seen Young Rippa play through it?
Mm-mm.
Dude, he crashes so much, and he's playing on PS5 too. He was also featured in the I think his name is Crone Cat. He's the one that like does like the compilations of like video game companies being hypocrites. Let me just
Jeez.
I think
This game was insane. Like,
yeah.
I like The Witcher 3, right? The Witcher 3, though the game also came out and crashed a million times, but they fixed that game within like a week or two, whereas this game is still insane. This game had the bugs, and I don't like to say like developers lied and stuff, but there's a lot of features and stuff that just do not work the way they were said to work, because back then when like they showed the game behind closed doors, people like, oh, this is incredible, there's all these cool moments, and then all of a sudden they released this about 20-minute video on the game, and it's like, what we're showing you now is stuff that may not be the same as the final version of the game. We just want to show you gameplay. And that game looked way better than what I got to play, which is crazy because that was like a year and a half before it came out.
Yeah.
It's still a good game, right? It's a solid game that's not solid. The bugs are crazy. Driving around in a fast car and then all of a sudden you pass by a building that has no textures kind of makes you question stuff.
Yeah, by the way, I found the 41-minute video by Crobe Cat. Overpromise, sell, underdeliver. Yeah. He literally came back from like a 2-year hiatus just for this game.
Yeah, I remember that. That's crazy. It blows me away, man. You don't even understand. It's crazy. But I have more faith in Elden Ring because they've been making this game for a long time. They don't like they usually never over like sell themselves. You know what you're getting into. I am, like Dark Souls is kind of dead now, right? They're not going to make another Souls game. They're good. I guess Elden Ring is going to be their next whatever, But I'm excited.
After the Dark Souls 1 remaster, they went to Sekiro and then now Elden Ring.
Yeah, and Demon Souls was made by a different developer because they don't own Demon Souls.
They don't?
No, Sony owns Demon Souls and Bloodborne.
Oh yeah.
Yes, their IP. I wonder if they're ever. Bloodborne's a great game. They should totally port that to PC. Because
they will eventually. They will.
I don't know because that game has like frame pacing issues. So, and that was released like within the first year or whatever. PS4, they need to hurry up or release like an update on PS5 or something because that game I cannot play that game at 24 frames per second anymore.
Well, even if like Sony doesn't release it like at a 60 FPS performance and everything on PC, I mean, look at what the original Dark Souls port onto PC, right? That thing was barely 30. within their community of Dark Souls, they really they put together a patch that lets you play at uncapped frame rate and better graphics conditions, better keyboard and mouse inputs. And they did a lot, so I'm sure like the dedicated Souls community would come together and patch it up if Sony's not going to do a good job porting it.
There is a fan patch made for the PS4 that fixes issues with that game.
Okay.
It's because like Digital Foundry and stuff. We're talking to the guy who worked on it, who made it. Like he's on his PS5. He does his own secret stuff. I don't know. But speaking of stuff being ported, God of War 2018 is being ported to PC. That is the second greatest Sony game ever made. I'm excited for people to play that masterpiece of a game.
Is it really?
It is phenomenal, dude. God of War. I'm a big God of War fan, right? I love the original ones on PS2. Ascension was whatever. God of War 3 is great, but God of War 2018 is one of the greatest games I've ever played. It has some of the
Metroid
tightest.
Dread?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Oof.
God of War 2018 has some of the most solid combat, some of the most challenging boss fights I've ever played in a game. When that game got the update for PlayStation Pro and PS5, going in that game in 60 frames per second, 4K and stuff, that game is incredible. The game is fantastic. I've never played a game that competent being AAA in the last 10 years. And the Metroid Dread came out, and that's also a very competent game. But God of War is an incredible game, and it's it's going to sell like 5 million copies on Steam, guaranteed at least.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it is a Sony port. God of War hasn't ever been on PC officially, so I'm sure there's people going to buy it on PC.
Well, the only thing I've worried about is because so far, let's see. So games that Sony owns that's on PC, we have Days Gone, we have Horizon Zero Dawn, and both of those games had like PC issues when they came out, right? So whoever's porting these games need to like stop, and like someone else needs to fix, because when these games were made, they weren't made for 60 FPS. So when they developed it for PC for Horizon, there was tons of issues for that game running above 30 frames because the developers just didn't. It just wasn't made for that, right? The engine supports it. The Decima engine supports 60 frames per second, but whoever developed it, for the PC, just they it took them a while. I think there were certain graphics cards people couldn't play the game on because it just didn't work. But God of War sold 20 million copies, so I'm hoping they're going to be a little bit, smarter, and maybe the game will work day one, no issues. That's what I'm hoping. And then also Uncharted, is coming out on PC, and I'm hoping that's going to work out. But again, I'm not like so many games get released on PC and they're just not good. The ports are bad, and it's just I don't know. It's just stupid.
Yeah, the real question is, when is Spider-Man coming to PC?
I have no idea, because like Insomniac made it, right, and Insomniac's pretty much the greatest game developer in the world right now. So,
Are they?
Yeah. Well, they've released like the last 5 games they released have all been 10 out of 10s. And they don't have any microtransactions or whatever. But that's like a Disney thing, right? I'm sure Disney would love that game to be on PC. And I'm sure Sony, the Spider-Man was 2019. So, and they did remaster it, but so it's been about 3 years. So I would assume every game that's came to PC on PlayStation so far has been at least 2, 3 to 4 years old. So I would assume the next game to come out would be Spider-Man, right? And I would hope, they would do that, and then maybe a couple months later do Miles Morales. But we probably have to wait for that. But I don't know. Everything's coming to PC, which I like that quite a bit. I hope a bunch of like old school platformers from like PlayStation, maybe they port those to PC. That would be great. Because
Yeah, we're gonna get Croc.
I love
Croc.
dude. That's a deep cut. You just hit me hard. I own PlayStation 1 Croc.
I played it before.
I own it. It's in my house.
Yeah, I didn't say anything bad about Croc. I was like, I just remember the first time I played it, I didn't even know it was Croc. I thought it was some kind of Mario knockoff.
That was, if you
Oh.
look into the lore, it was a Yoshi game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Then didn't Shigeru Miyamoto like quietly like go over to their booth during E3 and was like, "Thank you guys for the idea for Mario 64."
Nintendo ninjas attacked him.
Oh,
You know.
It was like, so they're like the Men in Black Mind Eraser.
You're killing me. You're killing me, dude.
Gex.
I love Gex.
Hey, Gex is fun.
All
yeah.
those jokes that you young kids wouldn't possibly understand the references to.
Hey man, you know Gex is great, man. Well, Gex 1's not good, but Gex 2 and 3 are good, in my opinion.
Isn't Gex the only like 2D platformer?
The first
The
one was
original?
like 2D with like a 3D rendered style. Is that how you
Yeah.
would say it?
Or a 2.5D?
I don't even remember it being a 3D platformer.
2 and 3 are 3D, but the first, man, Gex is weird, dude. If you want to go down that iceberg,
Iceberg. All
wow.
right. All right. Oh, that just reminded me. Okay. So okay, we're making a bit of an announcement. However long we are in.
We're
Okay.
good. We're good on time.
See, I know nobody is gonna start drama because we're this far in.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a certain. So I may have been working on a script for a Full Metal Alchemist Iceberg since like August, I think, and I kind of shelved that, but now I'm picking it back up, and then just the other day I saw somebody finally posted Full Metal Alchemist Iceberg because initially it was because I'm into Full Metal Alchemist. I don't see any icebergs on it. But this iceberg is literally like this YouTuber is literally the Watch Mojo of iceberg videos.
Yeah, but like,
So you're saying they're bad and overrated?
I mean, I wouldn't describe Watch Mojo as overrated.
Okay.
It's just like sanitized, like no personality.
watch Mojo.
What I used to binge watch their videos. I could not believe I actually like watched them that much.
You were a watch Mojo jar.
What?
You didn't know any better.
We literally, like, Manic literally mentioned about the iceberg to me like a day before, and then the next day he showed me the video. I watched half of it, right? About 20 minutes. It is like, and I'm not going to badmouth anybody, but whenever you hear someone talk and they're making stuff up as they go along because they don't know what they're talking about, that is like 100% the vibe of this video. He's pulling stuff out that makes no sense. Like, if someone else was to make an iceberg video, it would be by default far superior than whatever I watched.
Yeah. Literally, the iceberg video wasn't even segmented into different parts. So, like, you know how you're supposed to like make different parts depending on how deep it is, how obscure the knowledge is.
Right.
He
Yeah.
did not do that. He did not
No.
do that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It was a good chuckle for a couple hours.
Yeah, a part of me is a little pissed off because I could have been the first one,
You can still be the first one, the first good one.
the first good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some rapid fire news if we want to go through that.
Okay, let's start our rapid fire segment. Are you ready?
Yep.
Jax, what the fuck? Go.
Okay. I was getting some air, you know what I'm saying? There's a rumor of a new Splinter Cell game. I'm excited about that. There hasn't been one in like 8 years. That's cool. FNAF Security Breach is coming out. I know Manic is a big FNAFter. So he's
Yes,
super
sir.
happy about that.
It comes out next month. That's all we know.
Apparently, Dragon Age 4 will be next gen only, so PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. This game's not coming out for another 10 years, so don't worry about that. Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights have got another trailer. It's still nothing. We don't know enough information about these games at all. Rocksteady hasn't made a game since Arkham Knight, and Montreal, the studio who made Arkham's Origins, like 8 years ago, also hasn't made a game. So these games have been in development for like 5 billion years. And then Xbox is having a 20-year anniversary event. They're not going to announce any new games. It's just like a fun event. They're not going to announce anything.
And when is that?
That is, I have it right here. It is going to be 20 years. It is going to start November 15th. It's going to be 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. No new games. It's just going to celebrate the 20 years of Xbox. So I guess that's cool. PlayStation's having an event, a state of play. That's going to be October 27th. That's closer. It's going to be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be on like upcoming third-party games. So both of the events are probably going to be a waste of time. So don't worry about it. That is the rapid fire news.
That is it. That's copyright music. We have to cut that off.
I'll switch it. I'll switch it with me smacking someone.
Yeah, you can play the full thing. You can replace the actual high quality one in post, so that'd be fine.
Yeah. We have like 2 little bits of news left. One about Metroid and one about another one. Manic, which topic do you want to touch first? I know one of you might have strong opinions.
I'll let you talk about Metroid while I grab something real quick.
Cool. It's okay. We'll fix it in post.
Trying to have a manic deposit.
Oh no! Don't do this. I beat Metroid Dread. I'm playing it through hard mode. This game is fantastic. It is the best Nintendo Switch game I think I've ever played, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, those battle animations are amazing. I see them through YouTube, or just watching some of the cutscenes and the fights, and it looks really good. Like significantly better than Samus Returns. Sure.
The challenge in the game is great too. Really, if you're not used to playing Metroid games, it's kind of rough if you're not coming into it with Metroid experience, or if you just aren't used to platformers at all. Because honestly, there is a decent challenge to it, but it's fun. It's a legitimately fun game, and if you don't play it too speedy on your first run or your second run, and you just take your time, you're gonna find yourself really enjoying it, even if you're not familiar with Metroid as a whole.
How long did it take you to beat your first run, Ellie?
My first run, because I left my thing on overnight, took me 23 hours. But that's with 9 hours of doing nothing. My first run was like a 60% item completion, though. But if you ignore the 8.5 hours or so that were spent sleeping, then it was 15 or so ish.
Okay, it took me about 16. I wrote it down. It was like 16 and a half hours. But I did watch like stuff before it, so I did do 100% that I could do. I have brain spiders, so I need if I don't complete a game, I can't. It just bothers me unless I do it. I'm playing hard mode. About maybe 8-9 hours in it. Maybe I'm probably a little bit behind where I was originally, because like I have a bad memory, right? So I forgot certain parts or whatever. But hard mode's hard. I guess it's a little bit harder. But I feel like that if you beat Metroid Dread on normal mode, and you had like a decent challenge beating it, you don't be scared to play hard mode. I think you can get through it.
Here's the thing: hard mode itself isn't that much harder, but the bosses, the bosses. You are not ready to jump into Kraid, die in 3 hits for what is legitimately like a 4-minute long fight at minimum.
It's
Yeah.
okay. You haven't played Dark Souls much, you know. It's just Dark Souls Metroid.
Oh man, don't tell you that. don't
Why?
you
I
dare.
mean, you die in 3 to 4 hits. That's just like Dark Souls. That don't level your
Um,
HP at all, you know.
there's a lot of good things about Metroid Dread. It really is like became like my favorite Metroid game in general. Um, I just think it's great. There's so much to gush about it. Um, my friend bought it. He's playing it. It's his first Metroid. And he's struggling and he's asking for advice. And he's rage quit a couple of times and like he's called me on the phone and saying how he hates this game and then he goes back and plays it. It is his first Metroid. It's his first like 2D hard game, that he's played, right? He's never played a Castlevania or anything. But he's loving it. Um, I wouldn't recommend this being like your first Metroid to play, but it is a good one if you are to play it. If you understand how the controls work, how you get your resources, don't waste your missiles and stuff. I think you can get through it. Like even if you don't think you're that good at games, I think you can get through this. I think there's I didn't really struggle that much in the game except for maybe getting lost, the Emmys, and some of the bosses kind of like really, really like, kicked my ass. But, it's just how it is.
Well, here's the thing: you think you can beat the game in under 100 minutes? Like speedrunners are reaching under 90 now.
One guy, I think his name's like Oats and Goats. He's
Hmm.
like a well-known Metroid. He beat the game like 86 minutes. He beat it in 86 minutes. So
That's the best I've seen too. Yeah.
yeah, and on his YouTube channel, he said he puts it as his personal best. Um, he didn't put world record on it, so there's probably someone under him. So that's crazy. And he also said he made a few mistakes along the way. So oh my god, I don't know how like people are gonna beat this game. It's crazy. I'm excited.
I've never really had an issue of running out of missiles in a Metroid game, except maybe like Zero Mission, where you got less missiles on hard mode. You got 2 instead of 5.
I've
Um,
never played Zero Mission on hard mode.
I'd say it's probably close to Dread. You can get 2 to 3 hit KO'd on Zero Mission pretty early if you're playing
It,
hard mode.
the game isn't as hard, but it's much more stingy on giving you things. So
Yeah, yeah, you
you
get like
and,
half
and
everything.
yeah, you're gonna be taking longer in fights if you screw things up. Because like if you
Yeah,
miss some of your missiles, which sometimes you can just completely whiff your missiles too. You don't have that many. I mean, my first playthrough I finished with like 180 missiles, not even really going out of my way to try that hard to get a ton of missiles. And
Hmm.
the storm missile power up that you get just blows through them pretty quickly. But against some of some of the end game bosses, like I won't spoil too much since it's still pretty new. But like the last 5 bosses, when you're just dropping storm missiles, those cost 5 up to per, and you're not burning yourself down to a ridiculously low amount.
I when I was like I think like my first couple hours of playing Metroid Dread, right? There's some areas that are hot that you start to sweat and start to take damage. Um, I slid under an area and I went into the hot area and then slid off the wall. So I just sat there and I couldn't do anything. So I just burnt myself to death. And it was the funniest death I ever had. I couldn't do anything. I just slid all the way and there's an enemy. He was blocking my path. I'm like, no. And then I watched my health bar burn away.
John, I know you hate playing games on the Switch, but I'd say it's worth a shot, man.
Yeah, man, this game's better.
I mean, I definitely want to play it, but I won't be playing it on my Switch.
He's waiting till the Super Switch comes out. You know?
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah, that's
OLED,
definitely
right?
yeah. The Super Switch called the PC. Yeah.
In my opinion, this I don't know if I want to say it's the best Switch game, but I kind of want to. I just like this game. Like, I think this game, easily rivals Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. But again, like I like Metroid. I really like Metroid. I think this is just such a solid game. And our update just got released not too long ago that fixed like a lot of minor bugs, which is cool. I had no bugs when I played it. I had no issues going through it. But it's nice to know there's an update, that fixes things. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely a great Metroid entry for sure. After 20 years since Metroid 4 Fusion.
19 years, baby.
19 years. Okay, there you go. It's a great 2D Metroid game for sure. I mean, I don't even have to play it to know it's good, right? I've already played a lot of Metroid to know that Dread is going to be a good entry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for like new Metroid beginners, right? Like, let's say they don't want to pick up Dread for their first entry. I was thinking like maybe Fusion would be a good one because it kind of holds your hand a lot, right? It tells you where to go. It gives you map markers, and you can't really sequence break, right? So you only have one way to go, really. And I'd say it's similar enough to Dread, the way how the game flow goes and all that.
I would say like Zero Mission is by far the easiest. Not hard mode. I've not touched hard mode, but like just base game. I would say Zero Mission is the easiest. I don't know. I would probably say like Zero Mission, then play Super. I've never played Samus Returns, so I can't put it. But for my order, I would say like Zero Mission, then play like Super Metroid, then play Fusion, and then play Dread.
I would say supporting the fan community and playing AM2R is a really nice idea. But
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah.
But that game's not a licensed Nintendo game or anything, so I can't necessarily say it's one that should legitimately be played. But the fan community has done amazing things with picking up the pieces of that game, building in like 3 different levels of randomization as a toggle feature. Plus,
Nice.
I think a whole new difficulty mode that styles the game to be based on the X Parasite for a method of healing and making it legitimately one of the most difficult ones out there. With the fusion mode option that you can unlock through the game, it's so good. It controls as perfectly as you would expect a Metroid game to, and it really is a testament to what the fan community is capable of.
What do you want next, Ellie? Like, I thought about this the other day. Would you like them to like take Dread and then remake another Metroid game, or would you like them to go ahead and just make a new one like Dread?
I would love to see another game made like in the Dread fashion, because on the Switch it's great. The way they built this game is great. I do prefer my 2D side scrollers to my 3D counterparts like the Prime series, but there's nothing inherently wrong with them. But I think the 2D exploration is really where the series peaked and is still one of the highest points of the gameplay. And I think they need to capitalize on it by making sure that they can add more of the 2D functionality to it. Now, there's a few things in Dread that I don't necessarily think would be great. People are going to be used to Super Metroid featuring the infinite wall kicks and everything, and Dread followed the Samus Returns method where you just can't do that. Sequence breaking is still in the game and it's very much alive, but it's a lot less intuitive compared to Super Metroid, and especially in Zero Mission, which I think was a fabulous remake as well. So if they can find a way to keep the 3D or the mock 3D aspect of the Dread series and somehow incorporate like a Zero Mission map style where things just pop out to the player in a really user-friendly and intuitive way, then it's really going to encourage people to explore the game more outside of just the speedrunning community, which I feel like are the real people pushing the boundaries and looking for the little shortcuts here and there. Because that's the one flaw I'd say with the game that really affects the exploration is a lot of the secrets and stuff. They just don't stand out in any significant way. Of course, you're rewarded for doing it in really cool ways, but it's just not as intuitive to get into the things that you'd normally want to be able to do.
Do you think this game could do DLC? You think there might be a possibility of it, or this is just standalone, nothing else, into a new game?
I think the game is pretty much set as its own game. If there's any DLC, it's only going to be through an additional difficulty where things hit even harder and enemies are even tougher to take down and require more missile packs to defeat. I don't think there's a whole lot else they could do with DLC.
What if they did a zero suit mode?
Yeah, like in Zero Mission, they had that whole segment added to it.
But yeah, the epilogue. Yeah, that was cool. That blew my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't. Like, they could just add like another level. Like, you could be like, oh, this is like a side story. Like, they went to another planet real quick, or maybe some decrepit space station just got invaded, and it's still got a good chunk of game, but it's not as long as the main game, right?
Play as a Chozo.
Well, there's only
Yeah.
so much they can do at the beginning of the game because the context of the storyline goes straight from SR388 onto the bottle ship with the baby Metroid in tow. So if they have anything different as far as DLC additions go, it would have to be either something that happens in transit, which would need to justify why baby is unharmed, or it would need to be something that specifically stays in line with the lore but happens in between the destruction of the Metroid planet and the destruction of SR388.
It's so weird how Metroids are extinct in their own series named after them.
It means Great Warrior. Or whatever it means. I forgot. Does it mean just Warrior or Great Warrior?
I can't remember.
Because the Chozo is like, we named, it means, I can't remember. It's been so long. I haven't played another Metroid game in a while, except for Dread. I was watching a video or something, and it's like, it like unlocked something in my brain when it said Warrior. I'm like, oh man, lore.
Speaking of that, there is a lore I definitely recommend to anybody listening to try to look up the Metroid manga panels and just see what even some of the instructional booklets from the older games have to offer, because there is a lot more than you would expect there to be for a game series that's perpetuated on Nintendo with almost no explanation, I guess you could say, to say, hey, there actually is a backstory, because you just have your stoic Samus running around, running and gunning, and maybe speaking a little bit in the intro. That's it. But there is a lot more out there, and it's not very accessible, but I mean, Google is Google, and you can find it with a little bit of effort.
Samus is a very cool character, very interesting character, easily one of my favorite Nintendo characters.
And Metroid can crawl too, which is pretty neat.
Metroid can slide.
Metroid can slide. Having that slide right off the bat is exciting. It allows you to travel so quickly. It allows you to get so much done, and you can shoot while doing it, and you can sort of aim and shoot while you're doing it too, which is pretty neat. It feels so fun to play. It really does. It culminates so much of what you want in a Metroid game, where you move fast. You're not running into situations where you're getting bonked by enemies as you're falling down from vertical tunnels like you were in Samus Returns left and right. You're not stuck in situations where you're desperately having to ration your ammunition like you were in Zero Mission, which wasn't necessarily terrible, but it's just something that if you want to, you can. There's a couple things you can't do. There's no ability to turn off your power-ups like you could in some of the older games, which was kind of nice. So you can't necessarily make the game harder on yourself after picking something up just to test what it would be like to try to sequence break something, say, without the space jump or without the screw attack. But you can still explore and get pretty darn far, regardless of not being able to just turn off power-ups.
Get ready for that Metroid mobile game where you got to pull for that SSR Samus Zero Suit.
Please, no Metroid gacha. Oh no. Do not ruin it with gacha.
we're gonna kill John.
I want to stay far away from gacha games. No, thank you.
It'd be like Super Mario Run, but with Metroid.
Wow.
Yeah, we all know how good that one turned out.
Oh
Man.
god.
I played that game, that demo or whatever you call it, and I'm like, I just was having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine for a mobile game.
Any final thoughts on Metroid or Metroid Dread? Anything in general, or
just play it.
Definitely buy it.
Yeah, buy it. Support it. It's hard to find a physical release, apparently. I went to Walmart the other day and it was not there. And then I went to GameStop to see a friend of mine, and there was no Metroid Dread there. So in my area, you can't get it physically.
If Metroid is getting like hard to find, then finding Mario Party is gonna be hell.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's either that or like Nintendo's expecting more sales for Mario Party because normally they do really well. You know what's crazy? I just thought about while pooping.
That our podcast is fantastic, and everyone should subscribe, like, and share.
Well, that is true, but I was not thinking about that. It's been less than a year ago that I played through and 100%ed New Super Mario Bros. U for the first time.
That was a good game.
I liked it.
I bought the Switch. I bought the Switch port on sale for Black Friday, and because I remember originally I was like I went to a friend's house that had a Wii U. I was like, whoa, I'm super pumped. Like with it was like Scribble Knots and New Super Mario Bros. U. I was like, oh hell yeah! There's baby Yoshis in this one. Sign me up. Yeah, it's a neat game. Yeah, I mean I liked it. It's I do like simple games where you can just have like a podcast or some music in the background and chill.
Like what?
It's a good palate cleanser. Those final New Super Luigi U levels though, they were pretty difficult.
Yeah, isn't that like the
Luigi.
hard? Isn't that like the hard mode of that game?
Basically.
John-
But it's
John
like
mode.
it changes it a lot more than Metroid Dread does.
And it adds
Yeah.
like more obstacles for you to avoid and like different timings and all that.
Literally every level in Luigi U is 100 seconds.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Yeah, so it's basically different levels.
is there a level Luigi can win by not doing anything?
No, that's Mario Party
I
stuff.
think so.
Oh, there is?
Maybe.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
obviously that meme's like ancient, so I'm not exactly sure.
Damn, dude.
Let's
Yeah.
check.
On that note,
I
I am
need-
excited for Mario Party.
Yeah, I am
True.
too.
I need to let my cat in. I'll be back.
That's a good idea.
All right, you getting those classic Mario Party 1 maps again? Oh man, that's
Yeah.
Mario Party 1 is just a classic one. But even though my favorite was the third one, because they had the dual mini games, the dual battle maps.
that's the one that we own. That's the one we own at our house, and we played that a couple of times. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one and 6.
The only thing I don't like in 3 is the dang game guy, because you just lose all your coins. And I'm like, man, I really do not want that thing. And it's like it's so hit and miss, right? You get the items like, oh, this guy's got like 100 coins. I'm gonna make him play game guy. and then like you got that the 2 chess mini games, like you gotta guess which one Toad is in. Like, oh, I hope Toad is in here. Oh gosh, I completely lose the entire game because I didn't buy any stars and I kept all my coins like an idiot.
Hard mode.
Freaking game guy. I hate game guy, yo.
While Manic is busy, John, do you want to say anything about Back for Blood? I know you're a big fan of that game.
Yeah, I'm really loving it. There's a lot of criticism, of course, still talking about, oh, it's not Left 4 Dead. It's not. They say that it's going to be the spiritual successor, but it's definitely not. You can't lone wolf and Back for Blood like you can in Left 4 Dead, right? You can't melee or bash the mutations, which are like the special infected equivalent. You can't really do that against them. It requires focus fired and teamwork, like actual teamwork. You actually have to talk and Back for Blood if you actually want to do anywhere good in that game. And the fact, like, communication is so much more important than actually having the perks. At least on Veteran, right? Nightmare's a different story, but if you have good communication, you don't really need the cards, right? Like, you can just do fine with just the starter deck that you have. And it just really requires teamwork. If you're doing pubs and you find good people, you need to add them, because you're just gonna have a really tough time playing with people who are playing it on the Game Pass, and and they're playing on the console, and it's just a stereotype, right? I'm not saying that all Xbox players are bad or console players are bad at those co-op games, but there is a lot of lone wolves that are playing on the Xbox platform, and they just don't talk. They hog all the medical supplies. They see you're bleeding out at 5 HP and losing more health, and then they're like an 80 health out of 120, and then they have a med kit. They use it on themselves. He's like, oh, I gotta make sure I don't die, and you just left bleeding out, crawling, trying to even survive. And, and of course, the
Are
team
you
wipes,
saying
right?
that you're Left 4 Dead?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Oh man. Yeah. But yeah,
Damn.
you definitely need to have good teamwork in that game more than the cards for sure if you want to actually be good in that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. And for goodness sakes, do not start on veteran. Start on recruit because you need to learn the game mechanics. If you don't know the game mechanics, you will get your ass handed to you. So yeah, that's just my short rant about it. When Jax and Manic play more, I'm sure they'll have more input about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
And
that
that's it
is
for
that
me.
it for?
Yep, that's it
Oh
for me right
shoot,
now.
we
I
have
forgot.
we have
We nearly forgot about the GTA remasters.
you mean Play-Doh remastered.
Play-Doh
I'm gonna okay.
reimagining.
So it's called it's the GTA or Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, the Definite Edition. Um I grew up playing these games with my brother, right? So these games are very important to me. I don't think the new look of this game is bad. It just it's better than what I thought they would have done. It just looks like Play-Doh. You know, it looks like a mold of some sort. But um I'm gonna go through all the stuff they're adding or changing to the game. As it seems now, there's nothing being cut from the game. Things have been modified. The the control screen of the game, like the buttons and everything, it's gonna play like GTA 5. Hopefully more responsive. They're adding a lock on aim, like like weapon wheel, radio wheel. They're updating the mini map. You can now place a waypoint. That's cool. Um, if you play on the Nintendo Switch version, it's going to have like gyro aiming and touchscreen controls. That's cool. The PC version does support NVIDIA DLSS. And then if you have a Rockstar Game Social Club thing, you get some additions from that. They're adding lighting, shadows, some reflections to the game. The character models have been updated. They actually have hands. They actually have individual fingers. Because if you ever play like, there's a moment when the character's dancing in San Andreas, and his hand, he looks like he's dancing like a robot. It's like he's got claw hands because their fingers aren't separated from each other. It's like a solid like mitten. It's hilarious. They updated the car model because one of the cars in the game looks completely different. They've changed it, which is cool. I guess interior has been changed. There's like more plant life in the game. They're increasing the draw distance. So this is more than the bare minimum. The game has been ported to Unreal, so they took all 3 games. Um, Apparently, San Andreas is going to be on Game Pass for free. Then you can also get it on PlayStation Now, GTA 3. But no mention of Vice City being free. So I don't know. Maybe Switch Online Expanded is going to have that. Who knows? But I myself, I like what I've seen. I rather them, just do all these updates without changing the graphics. But it is what it is. But they are charging $60 for the game. If they let you buy it separate, $20 a piece.
It genuinely looks fan made. Like
Yeah, that image that me and you saw where it looked like a fan made Sonic and Mario. It looked by the same creator. It was kind of hilarious.
yeah, it's from the infamous Nintendo hired this man. No, Rockstar ended up hiring that man. It literally compare it to GTA 5 mods.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure the legal team at 2K is sending cease and desist letters. Remember when they sent freaking 2 guards down to Submotto's house for literally for Borderlands 3 because he like revealed some stuff from a private Twitch thumbnail?
Oh yeah.
Over a thumbnail. Jeez.
Yeah. The GTA games had like fan made like mods and like remasters and stuff, and like they took them down. Like and then this remaster comes out or the Definite Edition comes out, and those look better, right? Those look way better. You know, I I don't know. Like the controls are being updated, a lot of things being up. That's cool. Um, like some moments in the trailer look really bad with characters. Some characters look like they lost details. Uh, I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't know. Anyone else have any like full? Because I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. Like it looked like Play-Doh. You know, like someone made them out of Play-Doh. You know, like the Muppets. It looked like I was watching GTA Muppets or something.
Well, it's definitely not as blocky. It's smoother, right? But I mean, it doesn't really feel like it's modern graphics for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Rockstar cares.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I mean, the graphic style is different compared to like Super Mario Sunshine, but I think Super Mario Sunshine, like the GameCube port, it still looks better, just like the
Mhm.
GameCube version.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that is like a cell shaded art style, which of course will age better than a realistic art style.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm still kicking
Luckily,
myself in the pants for never giving Legend of Zelda Wind Waker a try. Those
Okay,
graphics
I
age
forgive
so
you.
well.
yeah. I mean, there's a Wii U version that I never got to try.
It's a good version.
I've been waiting for 5 years for a Switch port, but I probably should have just bitten the bullet in like 2018.
There was that rumor that said Skyward Sword was going to come and it was going to have motion controls and like button controls, and he also said like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker was, but nothing ever happened. Just Skyward Sword turned out to be true. Maybe a lucky guess or something. I don't know. Nintendo doesn't like making money in a good way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't understand making money.
yeah, they don't understand good business decisions.
Yeah, I might just dust off my old Wii U and see. You know what? Let me look up what is how much does Skyward Sword HD cost?
$50, $40.
Well, I'm talking about on like the secondhand market. Not Skyward Sword, Wind Waker.
I have no idea. I had the Wind Waker Wii U, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I
so
do.
I
Yeah,
already had it. Yeah.
wait, let's see. $69.99. Damn.
Separate.
Wow.
With $7.99 delivery. Oh wait. So okay, honey might come in. Yeah,
What?
okay. Yeah, it's gotten like marginally more expensive in the past 30 days.
What
You
are
got
you doing to
marginally
your
more
voice?
echoey in the past 30 seconds.
Wait. Is it? Oh shoot.
He's speaking in the ocean. Okay, that's
Minor
fine.
technical difficulties. It's
He's
okay.
Yeah.
under the, he's in
Uh,
the ocean
my cat,
cave. That's why.
Man,
my cat stepped on my keyboard.
my dog ate my homework.
Wait, okay.
He
Oh
was
shoot,
speaking in the
dude.
ocean cave.
Bro, Star Fox Zero plus Star Fox Guard Nintendo Wii U for 25. I'm actually gonna pick that up. What the hell?
Wait. Why would you buy Star Fox Zero? Why would you
I
do
liked
that?
it. I liked
Well,
Zero.
for Star Fox Guard, you don't like Ultimate, but you like Star Fox Guard or Star Fox
I
Zero. I mean,
yeah, I like
Zero,
Zero. That's
Zero
great.
sucks. Zero
Nah,
sucks
bro,
so
I love
bad.
it.
That
I
game's
love it.
garbage.
Nah, bro.
Like if they
Star
port
Fox
that
Zero
game
is
to the
great.
Switch, if they port that game to the Switch, I'm gonna decapitate hands.
All right,
No,
all right,
I
hear me out.
I
Hear me out.
really enjoyed it.
How much would you pay for the game, John, if you were to buy, or if you were to look back and be like, okay, let me buy it again?
I bought it full price. Whatever, dude.
And John,
I'd buy it full price.
You feel like it's worth full price?
I would like it even more if it was on PC. I mean, of course, I can play it on PC now, but it
John,
would play pretty good on a mouse. It would play amazing on a mouse. Dude.
John has officially left the podcast. Wish him all the best in his future endeavors.
You guys hated on Star Fox Zero. Yeah, I loved it.
The game sucks too.
yeah. I mean, for $25, I might give it a shot.
Well, there's
Hey,
not a
man,
good
you-
Star Fox game anyway, so I guess it's fair.
Hey man, you can
Yeah, I
fly
mean-
left and shoot right. That's what you can expect from it.
Yeah, okay.
Very
I'm a
cool.
fan of gyro controls. How are the gyro controls in that?
It takes a while to get used to it, right? You do have to learn how to make sure you don't move the motion controls too much and get your aim adjusted. You do definitely have to get some practice in aiming it. But once you get good at it, right, you could be moving straight forward with a boost and just shoot something that's off to your side. And you don't have to like fly directly at them. You could actually turn your gun and shoot something which means like if you're going past some big battleship, they're all blasting at you. You don't have to fly directly at it, so you can focus on dodging more. And it definitely lets you clear these levels faster. But of course, there's a hard learning curve to it, right? Because you have to get good at aiming. Which is like I said, if you play with a mouse and keyboard, it'd be great.
Platinum Games made it, and they only made like 5 good games of their entire existence.
Whoa, that shot's fired.
Yeah, they make most of their games suck. They also got like messed over by Microsoft, but and one game they worked on, they're removed from it. I don't know. Just if they port Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, I'll forgive them.
Yeah, they're gonna
Not
port
with
it
Monsters.
to 3DS.
Oh my god, I'll play it. I'll do it. I'll take it.
Metal Gear Rise Revengeance, isn't that zombie one? Or I think it's something else.
No, that's the
No,
one where
that's
this was the one-
Survive.
Oh,
Rising's where you play as Raiden and you cut stuff up and it's really cool and it's like
Is that
awesome.
canon?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll take this stance. This is a strong stance. Metal Gear Rising is the best Metal Gear game in my opinion.
Ooh,
I know,
hot take.
pretty tough. It's a great game though.
I mean, I think
that's
that just goes down to preference.
Yeah, I also like Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. So my tastes can vary.
I have it on Steam 5, like both 5. I haven't even played it yet. I
Five's
think
good,
Revengeance.
but-
Yeah, I've heard it's good. Yeah. I think Revengeance is on PC on Steam.
Yeah,
I have Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
I never played that one because I didn't feel like playing $30 for 2 hours.
I mean, I got it for like $3 on sale. So
Dude, what a steal!
I think it's on one of my Humble Bundle packages that I just haven't ever opened because I had it for like a year.
This is a minor tangent, but I think it's very fun and you guys will enjoy it. Platinum Games made a game for Apple called World of Demons. It was kind of like an action, hack and slash game with gotcha elements because it's a mobile game. When you beat World of Demons, it says to be continued. The game didn't make enough money, so there's no to be continued. So when you beat the game and it says to be continued, there's not going to be one. It's just they just didn't make enough money off that game, so it's been canceled.
ooh.
And it's crazy. And that game was apparently the game's really good. Like the game's really, really, really good. And it looks awesome. It looks really cool. I would love to play it on PC or PlayStation, maybe not Switch, but it looks cool. But it's very unfortunate that it has a big it's like you beat the game all in big capital letters to be continued, and then I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's like part of that Apple Arcade thing.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm seeing a bunch of varying prices between 40 and 200.
200
for what? StarFox?
For StarFox?
No, Wind Waker HD.
Dang.
$200.
Yeah, and
that's
apparently
the price for Wii U.
Does it come with a kiss?
apparently Wind Waker HD was on Nintendo Selects at one point.
Yeah.
Which means it would have been like $20 in 2016.
Goodness.
And go to Walmart
Gotta go to Walmart, and find a physical copy.
Well, Walmart sells games cheaper anyway. And for some
Yeah.
reason, they sell games $10 cheaper. I don't know why.
I'm sure they have a bargain bin with StarFox Zero in it somewhere.
Dude, maybe GameStop has it. You buy it for, you have to sell your soul, but
Guys,
I mean, you can trade it back in for
Let's see.
16 cents.
Oh, yeah. You know what I completely forgot about? In early 2020, Nintendo ported Tokyo Mirage Sessions to Switch.
That is a great game that should have got a dub and should have not had its features cut.
Yeah. What he said.
That's a great game. I love that game. I bought that game on Wii U, and I really love that game. And I feel like they, I don't know, that game's it's a great game. It's an SMT game more than a Fire Emblem game, but
Yeah, definitely. Like the biggest thing is that it has from Fire Emblem was like some canon characters and like elemental weaknesses replaced with like the weapon triangle. And that's it. That's like the only thing Fire Emblem about that game.
So would you recommend it?
If you're a if you're an SMT fan, yeah. If you're a Fire Emblem fan, if you're a Fire Emblem fan looking for strategy, if you don't care about SMT, I wouldn't recommend it. No.
What if I'm neither?
You like RPGs? Like, can you play turn-based RPGs? Do they?
Yeah, dude. Like Octopath Traveler is one of my favorite games.
Oh my god, I can't wait for Triangle Strategy.
Okay, so Octopath Traveler is a wonderful game. I absolutely
I hate the
think
story.
that it deserves to win any awards it wins, but the story is slow, and the battle system is slow, and everything about the game is fun to play except the battles, which I love, but I also hate. And I've never had such a controversial opinion on my own thoughts on a game until I played Octopath.
This game exists for the sole reason for Dragon Quest III remaster or remake to come out, and that's it. As long as that game comes out, I'm okay with this game being bad. Octopath Traveler's not bad, but like Dragon Quest III looks amazing, and I'm excited for it.
I actually quite like the combat, especially with the break system. See, remember when Donkey got really defensive about his Octopath Traveler video because he just said, "Oh, it's the battle system is mindless." Doesn't even mention the brake system, the weapon system at all.
Yeah, I feel like I've told this to people, and people are like, "Oh, you just listened to Donkey." No, I thought that like months before. Like I didn't even watch Donkey at that time, but then people keep calling me out on copy and it always drove me nuts.
I mean, yeah, unironically, I stopped watching Donkey after that.
He doesn't make good content anyway, so it's okay.
Nice. Okay.
I don't like him.
But that's the point.
The content. The content the person creates, not the person himself. He's a genius. He knows what he's doing.
I make better content than Donkey.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I agree.
I'm 100% fine with that. Don't review or talk about a game you know you're not gonna like.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Like if you're gonna play Metroid Dread and you know you're not gonna like it, why the hell are you gonna make 5 videos about it?
Yeah, at least say here's my perspective as someone who doesn't really like this genre. Then they can at least know like people watching you, you're like, okay, he doesn't like this type of game.
Damn. Holy shit. Yeah, I was like literally as we were talking, I was just scrolling through Amazon seeing is there any good game deals? Bro, on Amazon, Five Nights at Freddy's the core collection is 50% off.
Man.
On Switch.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a crazy good deal.
You know someone has a Switch and they only have it to play Five Nights at Freddy portable. You know that. It's true.
Yeah, you gotta get scared on the go.
Like he's like, Daddy, I want a gaming PC to play for NAF, and he's like, are you my child or are you a peasant?
Is Kirby Star Allies like worth it now with all the updates?
It's all right. It's all right.
I don't even remember what that game is.
I'm a big Kirby fan.
It came out in 2018, and it was it was basically the beginning of Nintendo's "we'll add content later" approach.
Yeah.
Or that might have been ARMS. I'm not even sure.
Oh man, I'm so sad about ARMS. ARMS deserve better.
I did it though.
I don't know. Sometimes I second guess myself about the truth.
But it's always a good policy, to wait 6 months before you buy a game if you only want to be sure it's a good investment. So,
I would say Kirby Star Allies isn't worth like $40.
Oh, because I'm seeing it on sale for $45.
Well, there you go. I just saved your life.
Okay, thank you. That saved me 3 hours of work.
You probably beat it 3 hours.
My favorite Kirby game was it's like 9 games. Kirby Superstar. That's my favorite one for the Super Nintendo. That was a great one.
Of course.
I like Kirby 64.
That's Crystal Shards,
Yeah.
all right.
I still need to play that.
Kirby's always been like a solid like platformer. It's always solid.
Yeah, I like Kirby Mass Attack.
Yeah. I like Planet Robot.
I re-
There's on the
yeah, I
3DS,
really want.
though.
I really want to play that.
I bought
I'm
a
good.
Kirby Triple Deluxe for like $5 at GameStop a long time ago. I'm like, man, this is a steal.
It is. All right. I think that's about time we wrap it up. So, you guys want to plug your stuff?
Like I said, my name's JaxBizarre, JAX, and then Bizarre, BIZARRE. That's for Twitch and Twitter. I do have a YouTube channel, but you don't have to look at that.
I'm John, a Tactician. I love hard games, strategy games, tactical games, survival games. Occasionally I'll stream stuff. It's very sporadic. I'll let you guys know if I have an actual schedule that I follow. How about you, Ellie?
Ellie is currently away. Insert a infograph including Ellie's information.
Yep. There you go.
Manic, do you want to plug your stuff?
It's his channel.
Yeah. It's almost like this is going on my channel. All right.
Hello, Manic.
Follow me on Twitter at ManicUCW. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later. We're gonna use the soundboard for very. See you guys later.
Is that a fart?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you went to the bathroom earlier. You were working really hard. I see.